everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, A Small Battle When I Tried to Brush Bai's Fur and Quote. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Good morning, vlog diary. Today started like any other ordinary day, the kind of day that feels slow, warm, and familiar. Sunlight slipped gently through the curtains and landed on the floor, right where Bai loved to stretch out after breakfast. Bai is my dog, small, fluffy, and full of personality. His fur is soft like a cloud, but only when it's properly brushed. And today, I had a simple plan. Brush Bai's fur and make him look neat and handsome. I picked up the brush with confidence. Talking to the camera like this was just another easy daily task. Bai watched me from the corner of his eye. His tail wagged slowly, not with excitement, but with suspicion. He knows the brush. To me, it's a tool of care. To Bai, it's an object of deep emotional conflict. I sat on the floor beside him, speaking softly. Just a little brushing, Bai? 5 minutes. Bai tilted his head, pretending not to understand. When I touched the brush to his fur, he froze. Then came the dramatic sigh, as if I had just announced a terrible life decision on his behalf. The first few strokes went well. His fur puffed up nicely, and I smiled proudly at the camera. But then, suddenly, Bai rolled onto his back, paws in the air, turning into an uncooperative furry pancake. He kicked gently, not to hurt me, but to express his strong disagreement. This was no longer grooming. It was the beginning of a small, adorable battle. At this point, the vlog turned interesting. I laughed, trying to negotiate with Bai like he was a tiny, stubborn child. Just a bit more, I said. Bai responded by scooting backward across the floor using only his front paws, his eyes wide and dramatic. Every time the brush came close, Bai reacted with a new strategy. Sometimes he tried to gently bite the air near the brush, not aggressive, just expressive. Other times, he leaned his full weight against me, pretending to be extremely tired and emotionally exhausted by the situation. I realized something important during this tiny battle. Bai wasn't angry. He wasn't scared. He just wanted control. He wanted to feel safe, heard, and respected. So I paused. I put the brush down and scratched his favorite spot behind the ears. His body relaxed immediately. His tail wagged faster. I talked to him calmly, explaining what I was doing, even though I knew he didn't understand the words. What mattered was the tone. Slowly, I picked up the brush again, this time letting him sniff it first. I brushed one stroke. Then I stopped. I praised him. Another stroke. Another pause. The battle softened into cooperation. I still wasn't thrilled, but he tolerated it. And in between brushes, he leaned into me, resting his head on my leg. In that moment, I wasn't winning a fight. We were learning how to trust each other better. After a long series of breaks, cuddles, and gentle brushing, we reached the finish line. Bai's fur looked fluffy, clean, and comfortable. More importantly, he looked proud. He shook himself dramatically, then trotted around the room like a small champion who had survived a great challenge. I turned back to the camera, brushing fur off my clothes, laughing. This wasn't just a grooming session. It was a reminder that living with an animal is not about control, it's about communication. Bai curled up beside me afterward, clearly tired from his emotional workout. I realized that these small daily moments, even the slightly chaotic ones, are where real connection grows. When we slow down, listen, and adjust our expectations, even a simple task like brushing fur becomes a shared experience. Bai fell asleep with his head on my foot, fur warm and soft. The brush lay quietly on the floor, no longer an enemy, just a tool waiting for next time, when we'll do this all over again, a little wiser, a little closer. This small battle with Bai taught me something meaningful about life today. Whether we're dealing with pets, family members, co-workers, or even ourselves, resistance often isn't rebellion, it's communication. Just like Bai, many of us don't hate responsibility or change. We simply want to feel safe, respected, and understood. In modern life, everything moves fast. We rush tasks, expect instant results, and forget that relationships, human or animal, need patience. When something doesn't go smoothly, instead of forcing it, we can pause, take a breath, adjust our approach. Sometimes, stepping back is the fastest way forward. From Bai, I learned the value of gentleness. Speak softly, listen closely, Celebrate small progress. Trust grows not from winning battles, but from sharing moments. If we apply this to our daily lives, we can build healthier connections, reduce conflict, and create spaces where both people and animals feel secure. Care is not just what we do, it's how we do it. And sometimes, a simple brush can teach us how to be kinder in a complicated world.